doing it this time, going over to the cemetery and get home, finish up on 2 videos I'm working on, and charge up my other charge these batteries back up, and then go out for Friday night ride. We'll go over to this family plot if we can get to it, because it doesn't really look like there's a road or anything. It actually leads right up to it, so I don't really know until we get there what we're dealing with. Guess I could have looked at a satellite image to see what's around. But this is just like just something to start off with. Nice sunny day. No clouds in the sky. Beautiful day out. Temperature's really nice. And it's standing. Standing it gets a little warm, like if you're wearing what I'm wearing. You know, long pants and this shirt. It's a little bit thicker, but it's bright green and people can see me. So here's kind of off topic. You know, I watched those debates last night, and I tell you, this country is in a sorry state of affairs when the only 2 people that are available to us to vote for are just not great. Not even remotely great. On one hand, you have some guy who has like some really good policies, maybe not great, you know, but at least it's something, or at least he has policies. But he's an old fart, and half the time he doesn't even look like he knows where the freak he is. And then you got this other guy, who all he wants to do is, doesn't want to talk about any kind of policy. All he wants to do is talk about victimhood and what his competition is incapable of, you know, no policy. So it's like, and the things that he wants to do are very questionable. But if that's, you know, to me it's just a very sad state of affairs for this country if those are the only 2 people we have to vote for. It's really sad. It's like neither party could come up with somebody better.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
You know, you have right-wing fanatics on one side, and then you have way too liberals on the other side. It's like no common ground anymore with these 2 parties. You know, that's why I wish we had like I wish these two parties didn't have as much power as they do. Because personally, I think both of these parties, God, I hate that fucking honk. Both of these parties, you know, they have too much power, and all they do is they, you know, keep the country at a standstill because they can never compromise on anything. You know, and some of these politicians that have been in there for a long time, like career politicians, I mean, there should be term limits on Congress, the Senate, and the Supreme Court. Just like the president. I mean, I don't know, you know, maybe the Congress and Senate does have a term limit. I think one of them doesn't, and I think that's the Senate. Because you get some of these senators that they're in there for life, and it's like, personally, I don't think that's a good thing, because, you know, power corrupts, and something like that, you know, it's a good example of, like, you know, somebody who stays in office for 20 years, you know, they don't want to give up that position, you know, all the money and the benefits. So, you know, I definitely, I think 4 years for Senate. And Congress, I think it's 2 years, but Senate, I think it's until you get somebody beats you. So yeah, I mean those debates last night, it was a carnival act. You know, neither one of those candidates deserve to be president.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
I'm sorry, neither one of them. That's just my opinion. Like I said, one guy's too old, barely even knows where the heck he's at, and the other guy's a crackpot. You know, we need another great president. You know, I'm no like history, you know, genius. But, you know, I think there was a few really good presidents in our lifetime that actually did some good things. And I just wish we had somebody else that came out like this. You know, I don't care if it's Democrat, Republican, Independent. Somebody's gonna like really unite this country and not make promises to unite or try everything they can to, like, you know, tear this country apart. It's just a really sorry state of affairs of this country. And I don't think, for one thing, the only countries around the world that think that we are weak, you know, and they might say that out loud. I'm telling you, they're under their breath, they're not saying it. They're saying it out loud because they want to have that bravado. But let me tell you, this country's not weak. Not by a long shot. It's like the old saying, and pardon the language, fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been down this road. Good thing I brought both batteries because this I don't really look forward to riding back up this hill. Pretty back here. I think I drove down this road once. Been a while though. And I haven't really ridden over on this side of 27. And I know there's some nice places back up in here. It's really pretty back up here. Look at that tree house. That looks cool as crap. The part about this ride is I don't really have to ride that fast. Just kind of take in the sights. This road is where I'm making my right. Taking a different route back. That one road I passed there on the right, that's a road I'm going to take when I come back. I'd like to get that GPS remote for the camera. These are some old houses back here, I bet. This kind of reminds me of riding on the road that goes back to Butler's Orchard. But yeah, you know, getting back to those debates, I don't really like to talk about political things on my channel because, you know, I have my views and everybody else has their own views, you know. Everybody has their opinion about how the country should be, and you know, that's your right because that's what democracy is about, right? Man, this is a messed up road. But I don't know. Just be interesting to see what happens when the election, you know, when election day comes and who wins it and how the country is. But I don't know, it's just don't like the way things are. And I think this country has a lot of improvement to go. Price's Distillery. And Again, I'm not gonna ride fast. No reason to. 3/4 of a mile, and make a left. What park is this? Oh, Little Bennett. Let's check it out. Oh, I think I came up here one time. Little Bennett. With my son. And we went back up in there and started hiking around. I came home and had a tick on my thigh. Right near my crotch. So you can imagine. Freaked me out a little bit. Okay, Price's Distillery. And no, there's no distillery on it. You think there would be, but there's not. Nice thing about riding out here like during the week like this in the middle of the day, you don't have as many cars. Now if this was a Saturday, it'd probably be more cars out on this road, but I mean it's nice because I mean even if there was cars, they would just have to pass me because I'm not gonna be like I said, blasting down the road. It's gonna, you know, kinda it's not a highway, you know, you can ride safely enough. Next, turn right in about a mile. Look at that house up on the right. It looks like, if it was all white, it would look like almost like the Beverly Hillbillies house. Down the middle of the road. Some moo-moos. That's an old farmhouse. Probably sell beef. Great, I have no traffic behind me. freaking gorgeous ride. Here. That was it. It's definitely worth the ride coming out here though, because it's nice riding out here. Just we gotta be careful of the traffic, that's all. Windy up on top of this hill though. Push me around. Digging this road very much though. Probably all torn up because of well, when it snows out here, you know, the plows come through and tear up the roads. These roads are like the last on the list when it comes to getting repairs, you know. At least I know if I get a motorcycle, I know what roads to avoid. Gorgeous. So pretty. This is. They do here. For a construction company. Wonder what they do there. Mountain View Cemetery. She should have left mountain or something. an awesome ride. Like, no cars. I got a car behind me now. Just fucking pass. Thank you. Doing rides like this out here in the country makes me want to get a motorcycle even more. You know, I don't want some big motorcycle like a 125 at most. I'm not gonna be going out on highways. I feel like riding this thing, you know, and have something that I can go further on. You know. I could do that with this, but I'd have to maybe even spend the money and get a better controller and maybe a big battery instead of doing 60 volts, do 72 volts. But have it at 60 amp hours or something, you know. That's the church, right? I think this is the church. I can't see it right now. Maybe it's bouncing around. That's the church. Yep. Okay. This one, I will have to kind of look at keep a close eye on the vehicles. If I would have backtracked a little bit, I could have came up this road here in Kings Valley. Switch over batteries. Struggling to get up this hill. Making it. Looks like it's flashing now though. See if I can make it up to this fence line. At the 5K this weekend. No. 9-7. step, barber shop. All right. How was the rod?